I request you all to kindly rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंग विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधितरंग तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय हे जय जय हे
I request you all to repeat the IIEBM prayer after me. O God, help us to keep ourselves physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight, that in doing our duty to Thee, our country, and the organization we work for, we may keep the honor of our institute untarnished. Give us the strength to adhere to the laws of land of our country and code of conduct and core values of our institute. May we stand by the pledge of our country and our institute always and every time. Help us to be focused and committed to the cause we are here for, and do all that is expected from us with sincerity and the right attitude. Awaken our admiration for honest dealing and clean thinking, and guide us to choose the harder right instead of the easier wrong. Kindle our hearts with fellowship for our batchmates, that we may always support each other and be united as one. Endow us with the courage which is born of the love of what is noble, and which knows no compromise or retreat when truth and right are in peril. Grant us new opportunities of service to Thee, to our country, the organization we shall work for, and to the people we shall lead, and even help us to place such service before self. Kindly be seated. Watch your manner of speech if you wish to develop a peaceful state of mind. Start each day by affirming peaceful, contented, and happy attitudes, and your days will tend to be pleasant and successful. I, Rimeli De Barman,
And I, Paritosh Chaudhary,
welcome you all on the Alumni Day. Let's welcome our alumnus, Mr. Mandar Thosa, from batch 2004-6. Sir, may I have your permission to begin? Thank you. Sir has completed BE in Mechanical Engineering from Amravati University. He has over 11 years of experience with various companies like Pooja Fluid Suils Private Limited, iTrism Software Services, Musumi Private Limited, and Decos Software Development. He is currently working as Associate Vice President Marketing at EZES Solutions Limited. Now, I would like to request Sir to address the batch.
That's okay. I think I'm okay with call.
Sir, please forward, maybe backward, and maybe
Okay. Good morning, all of you. So, what was the first thing that you do today after you wake up? After you wake up, when you open eyes, then it's called you are awake. Pray? Seriously? How many? Huh? Why pray? Because you have been told. Okay. How many of you prayed because you wanted to and not because your parent have brought you like this since your childhood? What did you pray? आज का दिन बोरिंग नहीं होना चाहिए यार, 2 दिन बहुत पका दिया. हाँ? What was it? Okay. Okay, great. Anybody else want to share what they pray? Yeah.
Good morning, sir. My name is Shilpa Amru, and I'm from Nagpur. I thank him for the beautiful day that he has given.
Okay. So somebody counts blessings, somebody thank God for the beautiful day, but what this day would be, you have to decide. So you have to take the conscious decision how you are going to spend the next 24 hours before you go to sleep, or 12 hours before you go to sleep, right? How many of you agree that you choose what you have to do and not because somebody else have asked you to do? You are here because college has asked you to sit here, or you want to? Seriously? Okay, how many of you are engineers? Semester batch, annual pattern? Semester, all semester batch? When you start studying? 15 days of exam. Every engineer guy has this chart, right, on the wall. The moment exam dates are published, then you marks like scratching. 15 days, 1 day gone, 14, 1 day gone, 13, right? BA, BCom, how many? Wow. Do you have this kind of charts? Why? 1 day is enough? Right? All of that is going to change now, right? Here you will not be studying for exams. Mark my words, because nobody is going to ask you, tell me the laws of this, tell me the postulates of this, tell me the theorems of this. Nobody. They'll simply want you to do what you have undertaken. That's it, right? And then you will have to figure out how to do that, whether to motivate people, get some external help, what is it? You will have to figure that. So in the process, what you do is, you take decisions. Inevitable part of any manager's life. If you are not taking decision, you are not human being, list manager, right? So you ought to take decisions. Whether you wanted to do MBA or something else, that was the decision you have taken. I believe so. I'm not thinking that your parents wanted you to do that and that's why you are here, right? You have taken that decision, cautious decision. Agree? All of you? Or is there somebody who have just come because my parents wanted, yaar, I want to get married? Nahi na? You smiling, huh? Seriously, so this is your decision. Your decision, right? So when we take this decision, there's something that goes in our mind, and the act that we do is the outcome of what goes in our mind. So there's always a friction. Shall I do it? Shall I not do it? Right? And whichever part wins, we act like that. Okay? And there's no right and wrong in the decision making process per se. For example, I'll want to narrate you one of my story. Right? I was called for lunch at my friend's place. So that bitter gourd, Karela sabji, I don't like that. So what I thought, all the delicious are there, I'll eat that Karela sabji first. Okay? So then later I'll enjoy the sweets, desserts. So I ate that first. And my friend's mom thought he liked that sabji very much. So she served more of that. Right? So that was a decision taken by which was right according to me. But she felt otherwise. She took different perspective of that, right? But in business scenario, the decisions that we take are like reflected on the balance sheet, revenues, right? Nobody will come and ask you whether that was right or wrong if that is reflecting on the revenue sheet. I mean the bottom line of what you call balance sheet, right? Then you will get a pat. Otherwise, what? Kick. Corporate world is very brutal, right? They have little tolerance for inefficiencies. So get your things straight right now. You are here for next 2 years. Okay? Every morning you will get up, pray maybe, and before you do anything else, right? Getting freshen or something like that, think how are you going to spend your day, right? You have to make each and every day count. You have almost 700 days to build your career. You cannot take it lightly, right? Parents like misguide us. They tell like 10th is the thing in your life. You pass this, go to science, then all is set. You do that, like if you go to science, like if you get to do the things that they want, then they tell you, beta, 12th is the critical thing. 10th is like just time pass, right? Now you study hard, and then life will be set. You do that in 12th, right? And it turned out to be another false story told by your parents to you. Then they say, beta, graduation hai, right? You secure this, MBA karna hai, right? How many of your parents have made you fool like this? Yours, mine also did it to me. I didn't know much then, so I fall prey to that, but not now. I do the courses that I want to do now because I love to do it. Yeah. So if decisions are so critical, we need to know what are the ingredients of the decision making, right? But before that, we will I'll tell you a quick story, right? If you are not taking your decision, what will happen to you? So there was a marketer who was roaming in the market, and he found one shop with this board hoarding, fresh fish sold here daily. So he went to that fishmonger and he said, do you really think writing this kind of hoarding will get you business? The marketer said, the fishmonger said, I don't know, but I believe so that looking at this board, people will come and buy the fish. Then this marketer asked, do you want your people to not believe on you or disbelieve you because you are writing fresh fish? So if they buy and the fish is not fresh, then you are actually fooling them. They'll not like this. And he said, yes, that's a probability. So the fishmonger removed that fresh. The board then reads, fish sold here daily. Then he asked, do you close your shop on any particular day? Yes, obviously. Everybody takes week off someday, right? Then he said, imagine a customer is coming to your shop. You have written daily, and on that particular day, the shop is closed, right? So he will not trust you what you are writing. The shopkeeper says, yes, very valid point. he erased daily. What remained there? Fish sold here. He said, you have put up this hoarding right on top of your shop. There is no need of here, right? You are not putting up in the corner of the street and then pointing your customers on this shop, right? That's unnecessary. Then shopkeeper striked here. Then what remained? Fish sold. Then marketer asked, do you offer fish for free? Seller gives anything for free? No. So seller strike, sold. And there's only one letter remained, fish. And then marketer asks, you are sitting on heap of fish. Do you really think people who come to you do not know you are selling fish? This will happen if you are not taking your own decisions. Okay? Because somebody else will come, they'll convince you whatever they want to act you on, and then you will live their life, not your life. Okay? So the ingredients of right decision making, 3 simple steps. Reduce your choices, define problem precisely, and think of future probabilities. I am giving you all a mantra. Okay? So we'll see first, reduce your choices. There's a myth that more choices gives you more freedom, and if you have more freedom, you can do better decisions, right? In my grandfather's era, engineering was a very simple job, right? If you want to be engineer, you could only be civil engineer, electrical engineer, mechanical engineer, right? Coming to my father's age, it was little difficult. And then you had this new branch called as electronics. You come to my age, there are 107 branches of engineering. I don't know, mechatronics and instrumentation and IT, communication and electronics. This is a huge permutation combination. What do you think, which was better option? Electrical, civil, mechanical, or 107? Right? How many of you know Apple brand, company? How deep is their product line? iPhone, iPad, iMac. That's iMac, right? And iPod, 4 lines. That's it, right? And even in each line, they'll not have more than 4 or 5 options, right? You go to any other laptop maker's line. i3 processor, they'll have 18 variations, right? Mahindra ka new ad, how many of you seen? No. The pickup van wala. Do you really think these farmers are so intelligent that they can pick the right kind of vehicle, right, for them? So it's a market job to help them, right? It's not the person's job to figure out, oh, out of these 18 vehicles, which one is suited for me. No, right? How many times it has you have felt that, oh, I bought this bike, but I think that was a better one. Have anybody gone through this? Particularly girls, you bought one dress and then you thought, nahi, wo wala acha tha. Yes, that's because of this. More choices, more freedom, better decision making. No, false. It is never like that. Because it creates paralysis than liberation. Right? Have you ever called a support guy? Billing की information के लिए एक दबाइए. How you feel? Irritating, right? Because they have 9 options. They cannot go further because then there's no single digit available. Then they take you to 1 and then they'll ask you, ये month का bill चाहिए या पिछले month का bill चाहिए? If you want further backdated bill, please press 9 and we'll connect to the customer care that you cannot reach ever, right? More options. Can't it be so simple that you just write us here? Don't worry, right? You just write your problem to us on our email and we'll sort it out. Simple, but they don't do it, right? Because they don't want people to approach them. Exception companies like Dell don't believe that. I mean, if you have any problem with Dell, you just have to go to their Twitter channel and write your whatever queries or whatever problem you are facing, and they'll address it then and there. You are given the token number on Twitter, right itself. You don't have to call them, you don't have to email them. And so that's the system they have created. It is found that companies, when they offer investment option to their employees, this is very common phenomena in US, that you offer investment options to your employees so that they live a healthy life. It is offered that when you offer 10 options to your employees, the participation rates goes down by 2%. People just cannot think which option is better suited for me. ये लूँ नहीं, इसमें लाइफ कवर ज़्यादा है. Should I go with that? No. That doesn't cover maternity problems or the like paternity things. Hell lot of stress, right? So that creates paralysis than liberation. Can you just settles less satisfied with the result of choice, right? It is a known fact that the divorce rate in love marriages are higher than in arranged marriages. Why? तुमने किया नहीं है ना, पता नहीं है तुमको. हाँ? What could be the reason? Because there are 10 options available, right? There are 10 girls in my workplace. I like one of them, right? I get married and then I think नहीं यार वो वाली अच्छी थी, ठीक है? And this happens all the time. I went to mechanical engineering. I thought नहीं IT वाला अच्छा था. I had an option, right? But then I thought नहीं, mechanical is the thing. It's a green stream, right? It will never die, because people always want like cars to drive and factories to produce something. So mechanical engineers are required. To secure my job and my life, I went into mechanical engineering. Then I found no, I have no interest in mechanical engineering. IT is something that I always wanted to be in. So what I did is like I took some IT courses and then eventually did marketing from this college, obviously, and went into IT. But what I did is I wasted government's almost 4-5 lakhs because I studied in government college. So I had to pay nothing. Everything was paid by government, right? So I wasted that. I wasted my own 4 years, right? And I resulted in like I was less satisfied with my choice. Because I didn't study. I mean didn't study as in didn't plan what my career should be, right? So there's a simple formula for this. Your net satisfaction is always equal to satisfaction of making a choice minus potential satisfaction from alternatives multiplied by regret of not choosing, right? Girls like no, they choose one dress, green color, they think they like green, so they bring green home, okay, and then they thought nahi yaar wo pink wala acha tha. So net satisfaction is satisfaction of making choice. So the thing that you chosen, green, the satisfaction of it, let's say there's no unit of satisfaction, so we'll say 10 unit of satisfaction you got by selecting that green dress minus potential satisfaction from alternatives. Now how many alternatives you had? You had pink, you had red, you had what else? Any other color? Violet, black, brown, white, many, right? So let's say there are 10 alternatives. Multiply by regret of not choosing. If the satisfaction value is 10, the regret is also 10, right? So 10 multiplied by 10, 100. 10 minus 100. How much? Minus 90. So you don't look at what you have already purchased and you don't feel good about it. You feel bad because you didn't choose those other 10 colors. That happens all the day, all the time, right? Now you have chosen MBA. Stick to it. Okay? Don't think I should have done this postgraduate diploma in mass communication. No. Now you've made a choice. You have to stick to it. Okay. And when other thing is like escalation of expectation. With this proliferation of technology, we demand so much, right? Nobody wants local made mobiles. Everybody wants international brand. Why? Because that's available. Yeah, you just have to go to Amazon.in, Flipkart, Snapdeal, and it's available, right? So you escalate your expectations. Then second step, like we said, you have to define your problem precisely. There was this fellow, Howard Moskowitz, right? And he was a psychophysicist. What? Have you heard this earlier? No. What these people do is they measure everything. So there is a stream of measuring everything, right? So this fellow was like his hobby, his passion was to measure everything. So he opened a shop as in consulting firm in New York, and his first customer was Pepsi. Pepsi was launching Diet Pepsi, right? They found a new substance, aspartame, and they thought this is something that we can offer to the world and make great profits. So they came to him and they asked, we want to know how much of this we should put in our Diet Pepsi. So we had done some study. We found like anything below 8% is not sweet, and anything beyond 12% is too sweet. Okay. So this Howard fellow was given this assignment. So he went into the field. He did so many studies, right? And then he found that there is no perfect bell curve. This is a bell curve is a figure you will see a lot in your MBAs, right? It says that most of the people fall in the middle of the curve. Many people will like one kind of thing, right? So he was assuming 8 on this side, 12 on this side, so most of the people will like 10%, because 8% is not sweet and 12% too sweet, so people will obviously like 10%. But that was not the case. What he found is this, the adjoining figure. There were few who liked 8%, there were few who liked 12%, and he couldn't come up with one great Pepsi mixture for Pepsi. And then he submitted his assignment. Pepsi people were not very much happy because they couldn't make the perfect Pepsi out of it, right? But this fellow was not satisfied with what he has created. So while thinking of proposing something to Nescafe, an idea struck his mind. He said, we were asking a wrong question. There is no perfect Pepsi, or there couldn't be a perfect Pepsi. There could only be perfect Pepsis, right? So he went back to Pepsi and he said, hey, you did it wrong. You asked me the wrong question. You should have asked me, what are the perfect mixtures for various kind of Pepsis, right? And then they said, mad or what? Because this was in 1970. Then variations and options and models, different schemes was unheard, at least in food industry. So everybody thought like he's gone psycho, because anyways he's doing like what? Psychophysics, right? But then there was one company, Campbell Soup. So they had this product, Prego, which was a spaghetti sauce. So they came to him and they said, we believe in you. We are the second sauce sellers in the market. First one is Ragu, that time in 1970s. So we want to take on Ragu. You please help us. So this Howard fellow, what did he do is, he created different varieties of sauces. He brought different kind of tomatoes, different tartness, different adherence, and created 45 different varieties of sauces. And then he tested, right? And then he got something like this, the same chart, right? And then he said, now we will group them. Rather than creating one great sauce, we will see what are the different options we can create, right? And in their studies, they found people fall in 3 kind of categories. Plain sauce, right? And then this one, chili sauce, and third was extra chunky. And extra chunky line was not present that time on any shelf. Not Raghu was producing it, not Pregu. And Pregu said, I mean, this Campbell people, are you mad or what? I mean, we go every year to our customers and we ask them what new you want in our sauces. Nobody has ever told that they want this. But he said, my studies say so. So they believed, right, this guy. And in next 10 years, they could generate $600 million just out of that new line of sauce, right? So it is very important how you define your problem. You know this Henry Ford story? He once quoted that if I had asked people what innovation you want in travel industry, they would have told me we need faster horses. Nobody have told cars. It is Steve Jobs who thought like swipe is the new gesture to interact with the computer. Nobody can think of it, right? Sometimes you have to define your problem precisely. You just cannot go to your customer and ask the problem, right? And then think of future probabilities. Think of good that will happen, that's optional, right? But you must like, can you enter? You must think of worse that might occur. Rose is a off-price retail chain in US where my ex-boss was working. They had around 1,000 retail outlets and they make like 8 billion in revenue every year, right? So they had a sorting arm on the factory and this arm does nothing. It says, okay, the bottle is coming and this should go on this direction, this conveyor. Next bottle comes, it puts into the another conveyor. Simple, right? And suddenly that arm stopped working. Then the bottle came, stopped because sorting was not happening. Another bottle came, stop after that. It was like accumulating. The conveyor got filled up. So operator had to close that conveyor, shut it down, right? Then the production has to shut down because no more bottles can come on the conveyor. So this inoperation of arm stopped the complete production for 2 days. And you know what was the reason? They had put in 8 MB of RAM in the system. What is RAM? Random access memory, right? So it has certain capacity to store some values in it, right? So we are talking about industrial goods where there is no hard disk. Everything is stored in RAM, right? So that RAM got filled completely, and it was not able to clean it up through the like programs which was like sorting this arm. So arm stopped, and complete production was halted for 2 days. How much this 8 MB RAM cost? It was not GB, MB. $10, $20. So then they didn't thought what will happen if this RAM get choked, and the complete production was down for 2 days. So you always have to think what will go wrong if this doesn't work, right? Whatever system you are placing there to take care of whatever you want to, if that system breaks down, what is your plan B, right? Is 8 MB RAM sufficient, or you want to increase it to 16, 32 or 1 GB? You have to take that call, right? So these are the ingredients. But there are sometimes we make wrong decisions. Why? So this is Bernoulli's principle. How many of you studied science? What is Bernoulli's principle? Increase in the velocity of fluid will decrease what? Pressure. Okay. So what he actually gave to the world is, in simplistic term, he given the formula for expected value. expected value is nothing but probability of gain multiplied by value of gain. Simple. We'll see an example to see like know what is it. So I hope you know what is probability. If there's a coin, right? Number of chances, right? On a coin, what is the chance that I'll get head? 1 by 2, right? So there are two outcomes, possible outcomes, head and tail, and we are expecting head, so 1 by 2, right? So imagine the probability of gain is 0.5, 1 by 2 is 0.5, okay? Let's say the value of gain, if you get a head, you will get 100 points, 100 rupees, whatever. And then what is the expected value? Probability formula. Expected value is probability of gain, which is 0.5 multiplied by value of gain, 100, which comes out to be 50. Okay. So if anybody is wanting you to have a bet and there's a 50% chance, right, and the charge to play is 50, then you should, because there's no profit, no loss, theoretically, right? But if the person is asking you like 30 units of currency or whatever, and the expected value is 50, which is higher than that, then you should play, because the chance of you being profitable are higher in that case, right? And if the person is asking you more than the expected value, never go, right? Because it is very likely that you will incur losses. Understood? Okay. What do you think? Are there more 4-letter English word with R in third or first place? Ring, R-I-N-G, ring is like starts with R. Rare, R-A-R-E, it starts with R, but third is also R. Right? What do you think? There are more letters starting with R, or there are more letters with R in third place? First place? Sure? Or just a guess? Honey, I'm not asking, I'm asking you like, what is the count you think? First place. Okay. There are around 8,900 letters where R comes first. Okay. And there are 22,000 plus letters, words where R comes third. But why we think R first is like, there are more words with that? Because we remember words with the starting letter most of the time. And that's why we tend to think that there are more letters starting with R, which is a fallacy. Okay. Now, छोटा सा KBC खेलते हैं. These are the causes of death. What do you think? Which are the like prominent causes of death? Arrange in ascending order. Road accidents, how many of you think that's the prime life-taking reason? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, many. Okay. How many of you think diarrhea diseases kills people? 1, 2, right? How many of you think suicide is the reason for deaths? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, suicides, so many. Okay. Lung diseases? Wow, huge. Lung disease is third. Diarrhea is second. How many of you thought diarrhea is the only one, too few, right? Because we tend to believe what we see on TV, in newspapers. So that occupies our like mind too much than the real facts. And that's how we go wrong in calculating probabilities and we make wrong decisions. There are 10 lottery tickets. Okay. The cost of one ticket is 1 rupee. If you win, you get 20. Okay. Fair deal? How many of you want to play? Okay, great. Right? So 9 sold, only 1 remains, and you want to buy it, right? And what if I tell you that 9 tickets have been sold to only 1 person? And now your winning probability is 10%. Now, how many of you still want to play? You know, I own 9 tickets. You have only 1. You still want to play? You still want to play? Even if I have 9? Okay, great. Right? Many people will not want to play. The moment they know 9 tickets are owned by only 1 person. Actually, that doesn't change their winning probability. But they think, oh, अब तो 9 इसके पास है. Right? Doesn't matter, मेरे पास है और किसी के पास है. And that's how we think. There's a salary in first line, it's a decreasing salary. In second line, it's increasing one. Which option would you choose for 3 months contract job? First or second? Second? Seriously? How many of you second? Wow, great. 16.8 lakhs in total. This is how we think. If something is decreasing over the period, that has to be less. Right? First one gives you 16.8. I didn't say this is a job. This is a contract. So it's not that on fourth month you will still go down and something like that. But this is how we think. Right? We tend to make decisions instantly, without thought. Right? There's a 6,000 lottery and there's a 5,000 rupee lottery. Okay. In 6,000 lottery, you will get 6,000 rupees now. You buy this lottery and you get it back immediately. And in 5,000 lottery, you get that 6,000 rupee after 1 month. Which one you will choose? First one. How many of you first one? बाप रे, बाकी लोगों को नहीं चाहिए क्या 6,000? So they are ready to wait for 1 month? नहीं ठीक है यार, मेरे पास बहुत पैसा है. I'll wait for 1 month and then I'll want. ऐसा है क्या? Or you didn't understood it? What I'm asking, like, there are 2 kind of lotteries. One is like 6,000. You pay 6,000 me now, and I'll give you back 6,000 rupees immediately. Because there's a 5,000 lottery. You give me 5,000 and wait for 1 month, and then I'll give you 6,000 back. Which one you will choose? First, how many first? Now, like, listen, Bhima. Good. Now, first May, there's some change. 6,000 lottery may immediately you will get 5,000, not 6,000, right? And in 5,000 lottery, you will get 6,000 after a month. Now, which one you will choose? Good. Why? One. For sure. Great. ठीक है. So this is how we tend to think, right? ठीक है. And now, in probability, there are 2 methods, prominent methods. One is classical approach, and their second is relative frequency approach. Classical approach says, like, several future events that are equally likely to happen. So when you roll a dice, right, anything will come 1 to 6, right, and it has nothing to do with what happened in the past. So this classical approach talks only about future, doesn't account for what has happened in the past. Okay? So tell me, what is the chance that you will get number 1 on a dice? Okay. And if I ask you to roll a dice again, and I want only 1, so what is the chance now? नहीं. So I give you 2 chances now. Okay. And I ask you, like, मुझे दोनों में से कहीं भी एक आया तो चलेगा. So what is the chance? Seriously, how you count that? 1 by 6 multiplied by 1 by 6. No, probability you have plus. So what is it? 1 by 3. So what has happened? If you increase the number of attempts, probability goes up, right? Second का देखते हैं, relative frequency approach. This studies past occurrences to make predictions about future. 70% of the startups fail. This is the fact, right? Which means 1 out of 4 startup is successful. So if you are an entrepreneur, if you open one business that gets failed, you open second business that again gets failed, third one you are again a failure, but there's a likelihood that once you open or you enter into fourth venture, you will be successful again. So what's happening here is, as you keep trying, your chances of winning goes up, right? So it doesn't matter what kind of probability you are applying, you just have to keep trying, because trying will increase chances of your success. Got it? So that was it from my side. So I thank you all and all the very best for your future. And now I'm open for questions because I'm your alumni. I mean, you can ask me. But before that, I'll want to share something. I'll not name students, but this year there were few students whom I interviewed for the internship, right? And I was not very happy with the kind of responses that I've got. And I wanted to share this with you guys because I do not want this to repeat again this year, because I'll again want you people to go through the internship program at my company, okay? And then I do not want to hear like, no, there are 17 principles of Henry Fayol, right? Or there are 8 P's of product market. You know that? So I got variety of things. And then whatever branch you are coming from, right? It's not that once you become MBA, nobody will ask you about your graduation. They expect you to know about balance sheets and profit and loss if you are a BCom guy, right? They'll expect you to know about run rate and throughput if you are coming from an engineering background. Don't forget that. If you have thought like, अब तो MBA में admission हो गया, nobody will ask me questions about that, not going to happen, right? Because MBA is all about managing things, taking decisions, right? But what will you manage if you don't know the subject matter in first place, right? You will manage balance sheets. So that balance sheet is like BCom, managing that is MBA, right? So that underlying foundation is always be there, right? You cannot escape that. So that's the humble request, right? Study hard. Yes. Questions? है कोई question?
They may ask during
Who
the
may
time
ask?
of during the time of interview. What are the questions from political science? Like, I am from political science background.
Okay. One thing is sure. What's your age? 24, 25? I shouldn't
23.
ask that, but somewhere around that.
23.
23. Okay. So they know that you do not know all of it, all of the
Yes,
history,
sir.
all of the political science, but they want to check whether you have ability to study it, whatever is required, right? You have to portray that yes, I am willing to study, and I know basic things which are like required for me to get in. I cannot tell you what exactly they will ask you, right?
So I have to give revisions over the theories that I have learned. past
Revisions
years.
as in you want to mug up.
Yeah, no, I have forgotten some of the things.
So create stories. Think of stories. Create stories. As in, I'm not asking you to like fool them, but do not study as if like this point 1, point 2, point 3.
Okay,
For
like
2
we
marks, I have
used
to write 4 points. Right? Think from a story perspective. There was this king, and then how he acted, and what principles he has applied. Something
so
like that.
years and all, I didn't remember the dates. If they ask
That's fine. We are in digital age, right? Now that's the interesting thing. Now, I think that's my personal belief. you will not be judged on what you know in next 5-10 years. You will be judged on how quickly you can get to know that thing if given an opportunity, right? Because there's so much of information already lying there. You do not need that. I mean, we build so many systems for the corporates where they don't have to apply their brain. So we have taken intelligence out of the decision making and put that onto business intelligence, big data, dashboards, and all those stuff thing. We need somebody who can see that and take decision, right? There's store 1 which is creating 16% of profit, store 2 which is creating 43% of profit, and store 3 which is creating 36% of profit, and I want to shut one store. Should I shut that 16% store? I don't know, because 16% on the graph I see 16%, right? But that 16% could be 2 billion, right? Whereas this 45% could be just 2 million. So there's a difference of like 1 to 1,000 times. So I need somebody who comes to me before, like, before coming to me, he does the study well and tells me, sir, don't look at this 16%, though the value is less, percentage is less, but the profit that they are making is huge. So we shouldn't shut this store. We should set maybe the third store, which is like 36%, but they are not giving us like even, 10 lakh rupees of profit. Or it has just started, we don't want to continue with that, something like that. Yeah, did I answer your question?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, sir. My name is Shruti Malik and I'm from Dehradun. And my question is that, as you told about probability, my maths is not good, and especially probability is like, I am really bad in it. So what can I do to make it better?
Okay. What is the chance that I'll answer your question?
So you told us about probability. How I want to know how much importance of probability is in HR or like MBA.
HR? Very much.
I am going to pursue
You are going to pursue HR? Yes, very much. Now, you people are given new canteen facility. How much, how many of you will appreciate that? I don't know. You will have to do the research, right? And whether that satisfaction turns into additional 1% of marks in your exam. So that is something HR will have to take. Typically in companies, we have limited budgets. Like every year we have to do performance appraisal and we have to increase the salaries of the people, right? Company do not generally grow by 20-30% every year. If it's like settled already at the bell curve. So it is the duty of HR to figure out which people are important and we should give raise to whom, right? And then there comes probability. Okay, if I give this fellow 15% raise, what is the chance that he will be there with the company for next 5 years? So they have this kind of estimates. I mean, we have this for our company, and for many of our customers we do that. This probability is a must thing, because many times, I mean, as you go forward, you will see there's not a single thing where you do not have data. There's one design agency in France. They count any granular thing. How many of coffees served in that particular day? How many times people spend time in loose? So they actually count that. So they can give you the productivity sheets up to minute, right? So the data is there, but what you do with that data is the question. And only applying some brains onto it will give you the final thing. So you cannot escape. At least basics probability you should know.
Sir, my name is Supriya Singh. I am from Durg, Chhattisgarh. Sir, I just wanted to ask you that how you have sustained your position in corporate world, because getting a job is one thing, but growing in that job is the most important thing. So how you have done that?
Do you watch Game of Thrones? How many of you watch it? Right? In corporate world, it's, I mean, I don't know how you could think of this. There are not people who are like there to kill you or like backstab you, right? Everybody wants to grow, right? It is the natural phenomenon that some people do not want to see other people going up. That's okay, right? You just have to execute whatever task you are given. For example, I'm in marketing, so let's say our target is to grow by 25%, right? Then my target should be that I should grow my lead count by 100%, because not every lead that comes to the organization will get converted into project. Now, if I have to increase my organization revenue by 25%, then at least 4 times lead should come. Then only I'll be able to sustain that estimates, right? So you do that, and then nobody will throw you out of the organization. Right? In fact, I've seen the people who perform tend to become egoistic, which is not good. So you ought to do what you are asked for. That's it.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, as we discussed about decision making, it is a very important factor. So, but at times we are imposed by someone else's decision. Then what should be done?
Now, who is that someone? Boss?
At times, like in corporate world, it's your boss. At times, it's your family. Like, it's not my personal question, but normally I'm asking about the boss only.
About the boss. If you believe in that thing, then you shouldn't listen. You should have several rounds of meeting with your boss. Bring more data, more enlightenment onto what you think. You tell boss, okay, I completely agree with what you are saying, but this is the data from North region which says exactly opposite to what you are saying, right? I want you to, I'll be following what you are like wanting me to do, but just have a look at this data. There's a chance that we might not be successful, and then it's like his call. Your job is to bring things up to his notice. That's it.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir. My name is Kilol Vaid and I am from Jamshedpur, Tadanagar. Sir, my question to you is, sir, what are the main points, sir, which you see at the time of the interview, which we should be keeping in our mind before entering to give interview?
Okay. First and foremost, don't lie and be confident. I'll say these are the 2 important things. If you do not know anything, just say I don't know anything. But I have an ability to go back, study it, and if you give me another chance, I'll come back better prepared, right? But do not lie, right? Because when you lie, your body language changes. So don't do that. That's the only thing.
Good morning, sir. My name is Parul Pawar. I am from Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. Sir, my question to you is, I am from engineering background. So, will this my technical degree will help me in my management profession? And if it will favor me, then how and what kind of questions are asked in the interview, or what they expect out of a technical degree holder candidate?
Okay. Assume you are going for an interview of a corporate farming company, which might come in next 5 years, right? Then probably your technical degree might not hold any value, because you have done your engineering, and farming has less to do with engineering and more to do with agriculture, right? So it depends on what kind of job you are looking for. So if you are looking for something in which degree you have? Computer science. So if you are going in IT, okay, for marketing or operations, then your degree will count a lot, and than anything else, because they know, the person knows what's the difference between back end and the front end, right? What's client server architecture, what's cloud, and what's big data, mobile. So they don't have to spend time on you and resources on you for training. So they want that.
Sir, and if I want to pursue HR?
Even then you want, because I've seen many HR putting a front end guy into back end job, we call it like what you see on the screen is front end, right? But when you click submit button, what happens? You do not see that. It just happened, right? That logic is written in the back end, right? So these two are different skill set completely, right? But it is HR call whether to recruit person and put into what kind of job. So if you are an HR in IT company and you are putting these front end guys into back end and back end guys into front end, then company will survive for max next 2 years.
And so what all questions are asked in interview? Means related to my previous background?
Acha, there is no 21 likely questions set available for interviews. But basically what they want to know is how much you know about your subject and how much of it you can take in grueling situations or where you have to apply your minds. I don't know how much stress we are giving here, but I think emotional intelligence book everybody should read, because as you go up, you tend to deal with lesser and lesser technologies and technical things and more with people. And emotional intelligence is all about managing people. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
My name is Biswajit Datta. I am from Siliguri, West Bengal. Sir, in the beginning, you stated that take your own decisions, and you gave an example that the person who was a shopkeeper, he changed the name according to the
market,
buyer, the buyer or the marketer. So he took the decision of that person and he changed it accordingly. But if I'm taking my own decisions and I go ahead, sometimes it also backfires us.
Obviously.
So what should I do in that case? To what percent should we take our own decision? To what percent should we take the decision, means like suggestion of someone else to go ahead?
It completely depends on your risk taking ability. All right. There's a share market, you invest money in that, and there's a chance that your money will grow, and there's equal chance that you will get doomed. Right. So it depends on how much of risk you can take. So there's no perfect answer to it. But if you think taking that decision will not spoil your career or you can still manage to survive, then you should take that, because you feel that is the right thing in that particular moment.
Thanks, sir.
Good morning, sir. My name is Bhagyashree Lokre. I am from Indore. My question is, what kind of opportunities a marketing person gets in IT sector?
Huge opportunities. In marketing, I mean, you can start from inside sales, right, up to the business head. And particularly for these marketing guys, out of these Fortune 500 companies, almost 450 companies CEO comes from sales and marketing background. I have not seen, or world has not seen, a CEO coming from finance. Finance guys. Nobody from finance or HR becoming the CEO of the company. And there is a logical reason, because CEO is the person who has to deal with so many stakeholders, customers, investors, and own employees and all. And these marketing and sales people throughout their job are dealing with multiple stakeholders. So they are the preferred candidates for these kind of positions, because they are well connected with the customers. They know what they want, right? And what will be their future demands and needs. So up to CEO you have scope. Yeah.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
My name is Cheryl Barya and I am from Indore, Madhya Pradesh. Sir, I just want to know that if you would like to share some memories with us that you spent in IIBM.
Yes, we went to that Rajmachi trek. Remember? Yeah, she's my batchmate. She'll address you next, right? And I used to play kabaddi, played till national, and I thought I have the great stamina. But that Rajmachi trek broke all my ego. Right? Then I realized I'm no different than anybody. Until that I had that hawa, right? I come from sport background and stuff like that. And then here, like, we used to come early in the morning, and then I also did triple M. So morning 7 to evening 6, we were like grilled like anything. Bad days. but but I'm thankful because of those bad days. Today I'm whatever I am.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah.
My name is Aditi Jadhav. I am from Dhar, Madhya Pradesh. Sir, like you said, reducing choices makes better decisions. Sir, but if we take example of Tata Nano, sir, if people were not given that choice, then many families wouldn't have got their only car. Sir, so like choices are between the products of same prices or different prices also?
Depends which market you are catering to. If you are catering to premium category, okay, then you cannot have like 100 options available there. When it's a mass production item. But if it is like custom made item, then you can literally give unlimited number of options. When I was working with Misumi, we had the largest number of items sold in the world. Like we had around 50 lakhs of items for engineering goods. No other company had this kind of deep product line. We had that. So there's no perfect solution to it. But yes, nowadays marketers are feeling like they should give more option to the consumer, because in the process of this technology world, consumer are also becoming aware of certain things. Like I watched this movie Mohra. How many of you seen Mohra? Okay, great. In the climax, it is something like so many dawns of the world come at one place, right? If you see carefully, all of them come in Fiat, no other vehicle, right? Today you see Dawn 2, Shah Rukh Khan, and you will see at least 15 variants of cars. So in these 20 years, like to that Fiat, to 15 varieties of car. So world has moved so long. Now you cannot afford to have just one product. But yes, what you can have is like categories of the product, and that's why you have the small car category, sedan category, SUV, MUV, right? So that you can do.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir. My name is Hoshang and I am from Ahmedabad. Sir, as you stated that there is a myth of more choices and more freedom leads to better decision making. And sir, about you stated that ingredients of right decision making is reduce your choices. So what is the importance of that myth? More choices is equal to better decision.
That's a myth. It's not true. That's what I was telling you. And how you should and why you should reduce choices is which kind of companies can you go to desktop? I like that picture somehow. These are a college picture, right? And what you see behind that, right, is all your dream companies, right? If you want to target all of them, send a customized resume to each and every company in IT, IT, SEZ IT, and those 750 days will not be enough. So, but you have to send resume, right? So you will have to choose which kind of companies you want to apply for in IT. For example, let's say my passion is HR. So I want to work with companies that have to do something with HR product. So out of these like huge 5,000 companies, you reduce your choices to 500, and then you say, okay, I am interested in only international companies out of that. So you come down to 100. Then you say, I want to work only for the product companies out of it. So only 25. Now that 25 is a manageable thing, right? But to reduce this choice, you should know what you want, right? So there has to be selection, decision by selection and not decision by rejection. So once you are clear what you want to do, then it's easy stuff.
Good morning, sir.
Very
My
good
name is Abhishek Joshi. I am from Indore, Madhya Pradesh. Sir, my question to you is, did you ever face any problem after MBA? Because here we get so many knowledge in the terms of theory, but there we have to perform and apply all such knowledge. So how you deal with it?
There was this beautiful quote. Knowing what you want to say is knowledge, and knowing when to say that is wisdom, right? After doing my MBA, I face many problems. Till today, I face many problems because we are living in an uncertain world. I don't know who my next customer would be, or how do I catch him on internet, because there's no gate on internet, right? So that's the thing. So sorry, what was your question? I landed up into something else.
How you deal with it, all such problems?
Sometimes your past experience come and help you, right? Sometimes you have to take decision on gut feeling, right? Every time I meet a customer, I don't know whether he'll buy my product or he do not buy it. I go to exhibitions, right? There's like 8 hours of day available for me in the exhibition, and literally 10,000 people walk by my stall. Now out of this 10,000, which one will I choose and talk to? Depends completely on my intuition. Have you ever gone to this particularly sari shops or dress material shop? How many times you have seen that once you enter, the shopkeepers ask like his subordinate, जो फेलो बंद है, to अरे तू मैडम को देख, मैं थोड़ा इनको अटेंड करता हूँ. How does that happen? Sixth sense. So somewhere back of your mind you know that this person will buy and not that person. So when you think that person will not buy, don't spend time. Right? If you think like this thing is going to get you the results, get behind that. Sometimes you will make faults. I mean, that's given. If you are not failing, you are not trying. If you are not trying, you cannot be successful.
Morning, sir.
Very good morning.
This is Akanksha from Dehradun. I'm a science graduate. I've done BSc, and I don't know any of my course mates from means have done BSc. So I feel like I don't know any of your course mate has done BSc and they have came for MBA. Because, for example, as we are going through induction period, and the guest lecture, whatever they say, means even the basic terms, I don't even get to know about that. There, yesterday only I was talking to my friends that I'm unable to understand what they are about. And so somewhere I'm facing the difficulty. So that's what I wanted to ask.
I faced a lot of difficulty understanding the balance sheet. I really didn't have clue how this can be an asset and how this can be liability, what is real, what is nominal, right? All went ahead, right? But then as you were talking to your friends, I also talked to my friends, right? And I asked them, boss, this is the exam I want to crack. There are 50 odd subjects, 45 I am sure I'll crack. These 5 subjects I am not very sure. So you give me tricks. Anyways, I don't want to make career in finance, right? So they say, okay, balance sheet. See, calculate all the numbers that are given, divide it by 2, right? So let's say the total summation is 50,000 divided by 2, 25,000. Now put whatever you are sure as asset on this side and put whatever you are sure as like liability on this side, and then only 5,000 will remain, right? And then balance that, right? 3,000 इधर डाल के 25,000 हो रहा है, डाल दे इधर, right? That's the simple trick. Ask your friend, they'll tell you the tricks of the game. And for that you need to know what is it that you want to continue in your career, and do not play with that, right? Study thoroughly that, but there are 2-3 subjects always which you can like just study for the sake of studying. But do not think that way that these subjects are like completely irrelevant. At least you should know basics. When I look at liability, I know I have to pay it to somebody. This much understanding you should have.
So I have to start with means, for example, as I'm not clear with my basics and all. So I have to start with any of the basic books in order to make it clear?
In MBA, they'll teach you basics of everything. Except for science, you have basics of everything. You have finance, right? You have communication, you have organizational behavior, principle practice of management. What else you need? Right? But this friend will help you understand their industry, which is more important.
Sir, I wanted to know that any of your course mate who has done BSc and doing well in this time means?
All of them. Anusha, you are BSc, na? She is commerce. See, I didn't know that. She portrays so well in science, like things. I till date thought she is BSc student. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Right.
Good morning.
So my name is Kilol Vaid.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. I'm attentive, sorry. Acha, it's audible.
Sir, my name is Saurabh Kuthari. I am from Jodhpur, Rajasthan. Sir, I have given 2 interviews, one for this college and one I did internship in Food Corporation of India. Sir, in both the interviews, I faced the problem of hesitation and nervousness. And sir, due to that, some questions I would give 2 answers.
2 answer as in contradictory answer?
No sir, second one to correct first one. Just due to nervousness, I would give first answer wrong.
Very normal.
Sir,
Then what you should do is
Yes,
come here frequently and talk on something. Because every time I stand up and start talking, my heartbeats goes up. Even today. And as I'm answering to you, probably my heartbeats are like 140.
And sir, in an internship interview, my interviewer said that you are not looking confident without asking any question. So sir, how to answer that and face that?
Do you have a big mirror?
Yes sir.
Not home, now where you are living.
Yes sir.
Right? Look at yourself. You will get the answer.
Okay sir.
Right? And to improve that, what you should do is take out a newspaper, right? Like importantly, today's newspaper. Read out something from that, okay? Put that newspaper aside, again stand in front of the mirror and try and say what you have understood. And there you will see how your confidence level is. And eventually that will grow up. It's just a matter of like practice. I was stammering when I was a kid. I couldn't speak. Like I used to speak like I come from Marathi background, so I'll tell you, Baba. This was like up to 8 or 9 years, like. But then it went off.
So just by practice.
Just by practice, right?
Sir. And sir, in interview when we make our CVs, sir, should we show what we are pursuing, or should we show only the qualification we have qualified?
No, you should always show what you are pursuing.
Sir, because in the last interview, there were about 40 candidates, and everyone was taking time 10 to 15 minutes. Sir, I included what I was pursuing, and interview said, "Oh, you are doing this." So, sir, that makes me scared.
No, yes, I am doing it. You should reply, right? So up to first semester, I know everything. Second semester, we have not yet studied, so don't ask me anything about that. Simple, right? It depends on how quickly and confidently you respond. That's it. I mean, interviewer, like he is there to scare you.
Sir, they just ask the course-related questions.
Obviously,
in
they cannot ask you
internship.
anything else.
Yes, sir. Internship.
Right, right. You just have to be confident, nothing else.
Okay, sir.
Okay?
Thank
Do
you,
that
sir.
mirror activity every day.
Thank you, sir.
And meet me next year. Next year, I'll want you to probably host. Okay? You can do it. Right?
Sure, sir.
Sir, my name is Kilol Vaid. I am from Jamshedpur, Jharkhand. So my question to is, sir, from the day one, I am just hearing that we should have a goal in our life and we should achieve that. Sir, do you also have a goal, not the goal which you have to achieve in companies, your personal goal?
Yes, I do have, and every year I strive for it. I have so far did 3 unsuccessful startups. This year I am coming up with 4th startup, and I am hopeful that this time it will work out, right? Before I die, I want to have my own company.
Sir,
So
and
that's a goal.
sir, but as I have heard that in corporate world we don't get time to do a thing of our personal things. So, sir, how you get time to do your personal goals and achieve them?
Who told you that we do not get to like work on our personal things? I don't know.
So as
And nowadays we have 5 days a week. So Saturday is there, Sunday is there, right? A brutal corporates will want to work you on probably Saturdays, right? So you still have Sunday. If they want you to work from 7 to let's say 10, then you have time after that, right? I have not seen anybody like who is sitting on the like we are living again in a digital world, right? So if you have 10 minutes free at your desk. You have sent something to somebody for approval. Until that approval comes, you cannot do anything. Open the Wikipedia, read. Alright, who is stopping you? Right? You will have probably Facebook block, you will have probably Gmail block, but Wikipedia will never be blocked. So go study there. And that's how you should like pursue your personal things.
How can we get time for the action if we are doing our job?
See, there's nobody sitting and giving you, hey, here is your 1 hour. You will have to create that time. How much time you spend in bed, I mean sleeping?
Nowadays 3 to 4 hours.
Reduce 1 hour more. Reduce 1 more hour. And that's how you will create 365 hours in a year. And this is, you will have to do for only 2-3 years. If you are creating so much of time for yourself, then 3rd year you will have to say tata to your boss. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning.
Morning, sir. I'm Monica Shrivastava. My question to you is, sir, I completed my graduation bachelor in IT, and I have a work experience in finance. So, which specialization I choose for my beneficial for me?
You have work experience in which industry?
NIT Limited.
Okay. So obvious answer is IT. You have graduation IT, you have work experience in IT, and what you want to do is like, I'd say IT. Unless you have something else in mind which excites you. Let's say fashion industry is something that you are passionate about, then you should go about fashion. Otherwise, IT, right? That probability, which is like based on the past events, you have successfully graduated first class probably, right? You were doing good in IT company.
Yes.
So it's very likely that you will do good if you get absorbed in IT. But if you want to do better, then only change. Otherwise, IT is good.
Sir, but
but yes.
Like finance and HR and marketing, which specialization I choose?
Completely depends on what you like. Otherwise तो सब फाइनेंस ही कर लेते ना.
Yes,
तो कोई बचता ही नहीं मार्केटिंग में. कोई तो होना चाहिए. So think what you like most. There's a career opportunity in each and every stream.
My name is Shetal Janawat. I'm from Indore, Madhya Pradesh. As you said earlier that finance person have less opportunity to reach at senior level. So up to which level you think that finance?
I didn't say finance person is not having enough opportunity to reach up to senior level. There is CFO. That's a very senior position. I just said that marketing and sales people have a tendency to move to CEO position. Yes, because they are like in touch with the market. But CFO is equally a reputed thing and which reports to CEO directly.
Morning, sir. My name is Sagar Solanki. I'm from Indore. My question to you is, my branch is IT from BE, and I want to go in a machinery industry. So, is there any problem I will get during the
No,
interview?
huge opportunity. In fact, there's a high level of automation that's happening. We are coming up with a new phenomena called as machine learning. So we are making machines intelligent, right? How many of you use Gmail? Since how many years? 4 to 5 years. 5 years back, how many spammy emails you used to get? Many. And now? Very less. So now we are teaching machines how to be an intelligent like machine. So machine detects now, okay, this looks to be a spam email. Put that into spam. Right? Similarly, there's a need, heavy need of automation in in industrial areas. So when I say automation, it just not the mechatronics, it just the it also includes the IT automation. there's a new phenomenon. I should have spoke about it like first. The new wave in IT is called as digital transformation, right? Now what this digital transformation means is, so far IT was automating things. Just to give you an example, let's say there's a company, their job is to print what's given on the paper. So input is a printed paper, so they type it on a typewriter, right? They include that carbon paper, so they type 5 copies at any given point of time, right? So they type, so 5 copies out. So this is a manual work, right? So then came the DTP, desktop publishing, this computers and all, right? With printer attached to it. So you type once, right? And you can take out multiple copies, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 offset printings are there, right? But their business is still typing, right? That has not changed. We have just automated that using IT, right? Using computers and the printers, right? Now, IT is on third front. What they are doing is like, they are not just automating, they are changing the business. Have you heard of this thing, OCR, optical character recognition? So now imagine you get a printed paper, you put that into machine types it for you, you don't type, right? And then you just look for typos, because capital O and 0, it's very confusing for a machine to do, which is whether it's O or 0, right? So you just have to do those little corrections and the paper goes out, multiple copies, right? So with IT, nowadays, your business is changing. Now you are no more typing, right? So this wave is on. I mean, Capgemini is like, is the leading this kind of wave. Many Indian IT companies have started offering this digital transformation. Read about it. Very good thing. So IT people are needed in mechanical industry now. Yes.
Sir, a very good morning to you.
Yep.
Sir, my name is Umang and I'm from Bokaro Steel City, Jharkhand. Sir, being an alumni of this college or institute, you have been going, you must have gone through the internship program. So, could you please share what kind of planning or strategy did you make to prepare for the internship program?
Yes. When I went to my internship, I made up my mind to get up at 4 in the morning. That was very required, very much required, because my internship was with Itrazom software, right? I used to come at college 7 a.m., right? Then up to 12, 1 like IIBM, after that M up to 6, and then Itrazom was at Wakadewadi, okay? So which is like half an hour travel on bike, and there my job used to start at like 6:30 p.m. to 12:30 p.m. Then I used to go home at like 1:30, sleep up to 4, get up again, wash clothes, do something, right? And then again be up here, like, be present here. And this cycle was there for like 6 months. Hard work is the only solution. And that's paying off, right? I got my break into users because of Itrazom internship. This search engine optimization and pay-per-click advertising model was very new phenomena at that time. When I started my career, there were not more than 50 search engine specialists in Pune. So I was one of them, thanks to my internship. Right. Yeah. So thank you guys. It was wonderful experience talking to you all. Yesterday I was like in dilemma whether I should be present here or not. My car broke. And then I thought, nahi yaar, nahi jate hain, right? Hinjawadi, anyways, people don't like to come this side of the city, right? But then I thought, nahi, I'll get to see smiling faces, wonderful guys. So I'm here, and then I do not regret my decision, because that's the decision I have taken, right? Thank you. All the best. Yeah.